Hi, everyone. Welcome to Revenge of the Gith. Episode 14, right?
Yes.
Yes, episode 14 of season
Yes.
4. I was playing Bring Around the Rosie with the cat. But anyway, so as y'all can see, we're at 4 players today, and that's okay. As we have pretty much gonna continue without guests for the rest of the season, from what I understand. And it's us. It's just our beautiful faces. Speaking of beautiful faces, let's go around the table and have everyone introduce themselves and their characters and answer that awkward question that the GM surprises us with in this exact moment.
Great. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Robbie Rowland. I'm your GM. And of course, we need to have a awkward question. So obviously, it's going to be dating sim related. So the question is, what convoluted task would a player have to do to get your character's approval in a dating sim? What random item in what random location gets the heart unlock, and all of a sudden you can go on a date now for your character?
Hello, everyone. I'm Montana. I play Throck the Unsatisfied, Crocodilian Circle of the Moon Druid, level 13, and just one little bit of Warlock. Yeah, and so I guess where it would have to be at the bottom of a murky pond swamp that would make the person have to get super muddy and dirty to do it. And what they would have to find down there is a dragon costume. It's just like a full-on dragon costume with, of course, openings. Wink. But yes, that's it.
Give me a moment because
Appropriate. Understandable.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin, and I play Proserpina, the tiefling arcane archer and budding alchemist. And okay, what would my task be? Well, first off, you'd have to shovel through all the different piles of hay on my mom and dad's farm, and then you'd have to find a little map underneath one of them that would take you to the barn, where underneath the bales of hay you would find a box, which you can't open until you take your shirt off. And then when you open the box, then you have to figure out which little thing is it? Is it the plush baby goat? Is it the small arrow? Or is it the chocolate chip cookie? And finding that right item is what would unlock the heart. So what I'm hearing is that Throck is a much more speedrunnable character, but yeah, pretty much so far.
Uh-huh.
Hey everybody, I am Obadiah. I will be playing Hong Huzi, the half-drow warden extraordinaire, and for his route, he's more complex than initially appears because he pops up very early. He is kind of a constant presence in more or less any route, but to actually unlock him as a capture target, you're going to need to find just the right blended drink mix to actually impress him. Problem is, all of you are underage. You're going to high school. You're kinda gonna have to do some work if you want to get it.
Understood.
Oh man, I love this. So why can't we just actually play this group as a dating sim? Anyway, so hi everyone, my name is Val. This is my channel, and today I bring to you Anja Desimir. She is our half-drow blade singing wizard. As far as her romance quest line is, first of all, she's already an established, renowned wizard within the community. She has her tower and everything. But she keeps mentioning how she has this bit of memory that has been lost, and the only thing she could think of is this leather-bound book with a symbol on it, and that it's in the Temple of Loth. And it's, for those of you who don't know, it is a smut journal that she gave to Loth of some escapades, and all of those memories that were there have been lost. So you would need to get Anja Smut Journal back from the Temple of Loth to open her romance option.
An end game dating sim.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Totally.
Right.
Yep. Totally worth it. Let's do it.
Understood. Well, speaking of, if the audience wants this to be a dating sim, add more of those kinds of subplots, is there a way for them to do that? That doesn't feel like a normal thing.
It doesn't feel like a normal thing, but what the hell is actually normal in this freaking stream? Hello, cat. He wants something I don't know. If you wanted to, you can influence this game, like all the games on this channel, with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies gives us rerolls. Anyone you see here, every subscription or gift a subscription to the channel, gives nat 20s or nat 1s to anyone that you see here. And anytime you want to donate, a sliding scale from coffee, the minimum on coffee is $3 to however much you want. I would say, what would you say, Rob, the amount of money it would cost to change this gaming system into like a Powered by the Apocalypse dating sim instead?
Well, it's also a sliding scale of how long.
Of how long, that is true.
So, we have the buyout price, right? So it's
Right.
the price to turn the whole campaign into like a dating sim style PBTA game is also, it's got to be lower than the buyout price.
That is true. That is true.
So,
For just one episode, apparently it's $69 according to Robin.
Yep,
Like for the rest of the seasons, I would have to say it would be like $420. So because why not? Those are our favorite numbers here. But yeah, you can just make stuff happen here on this game. But we do have lines of veils and safety tools in place, and none of anything that is suggested to Rob's discretion, but of course will ever just cross any lines or veils that we have set up on this cast, because safety is important, because these are my friends and we don't want to hurt my friends, because I will hurt you. So, I mean, I will talk to you very sternly in my mom voice and hurt you with cutting words. Anyway, so that's a great Bard idea.
And if you want to help the channel and get some more chaos in this game, we are at 953 followers. So once we hit 1,000, if we're still in this season, we got some time left. A deck of many things will be in the game.
Yep.
Just like that. And so hit that follow button and find out whenever this channel does all its other neat stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rob, it's all you, bud. Take us away.
Alrighty. So we're going to go back to the world of Aureal, which, of course, 2 years ago was invaded by the Githyanki, thought of as astral planar raiders. But they had, in fact, taken the material plane by storm, putting the surface world under martial law and creating a giant diaspora out of the Underdark as they went about their nefarious deeds, mostly trying to find a nautiloid. In fact, the Nautilus, maybe the only remaining one of its kind. There's the music, okay. The party found it for them, but not for them, as it is now sitting in the Myconid forest, which the Githyanki are magically barred from entering for all time, question mark, question mark, question mark. And the party has since, knowing that Throck's home has been ravaged by a red dragon that now know is Bloodtail, the first ever pirate and red dragon, the party has absconded to Malja with a certain khaki-bearing ranger headed toward the city. But right now, they have a little bit of time, and we're going to come back in a little bit back. We're going to do a little bit of expanding on a scene that we didn't quite give enough love last episode, as we come in on Hong Huzi and Proserpina knocking on Hong Huzi's family's door. So I think this is actually pretty suitable music here. So as like a knock comes on, you see, of course, your mother and father
not dressed for battle, dressed like maybe they were going to go out to eat or something. They're a little more dressed up than normal, but they both immediately wrap you up, happy to see you. And then as they pull away, you see your mother's the first notice. Hosey, who is this? Pointing at Proserpina.
Oh, yeah, actually found somebody to talk around. This is Proserpina.
A pleasure, and like holds her arms up for a little hug.
Oh,
Proserpina.
I like hugs.
Great.
And she gets a hug.
Great. Can you two make perception checks real quick?
Yeah.
Proserpina, you feel your coin purse lighten a little during the hug.
I see where you get it from.
The good looks, yes, of course.
Well, definitely those. Yeah, he's very handsome.
Very much so. So, Proserpina, where do you hail from?
Oh, a lot of places lately, but just a small little village, middle of the woods. Nothing major.
Okay. And then you see Hunghuzi's father is going to. Well, of course, come on. Let's not stand out in the street too long here. So, how did you two meet exactly?
Well, you remember the lady? Yeah, of course. He had a little bit of extra curricular work, had me watching somebody and turned out to.
It was me.
You see a little bit of not quite like not as intense as disappointing, but like, oh, you've been doing guarding duty?
It's fine. Like things got a little bit complicated, and they got a little bit less complicated, and they got very enjoyable.
You see, while your father is kind of engaging this part, your mother goes over to like a little decanter and start pouring some drinks. Can I get another round of perception checks from both of you?
And really, I think in the end, what's important is we're good now, and you're probably a little bit curious about the I'm like kind of like holds up the like gauntlet, yeah, there's kind of recommitted to the Loth proper.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Not
And with that nat 20, Proserpina. So you see, as Honghuzi's mother is pouring these drinks, you see one of the many rings on her hand, a little like powder comes out into the glass. She seems to be, though, doing a very good job of watching you without looking like she's watching you, seeing if you'll notice. As basically there's like something now extra mixed into one of the glasses. With a natural 20, she totally doesn't think you noticed.
Would you mind if I had that one specific glass right there?
Are you wanting the one with the powder?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, of course. Just brandy.
And I'm going to examine it. Because I can do so.
Yeah. So you taste, this is like a very, like this would be like the equivalent of like losing 5 feet of movement. Like this is not like a deadly or a intense thing. It seems more like the test of, are you wise enough to catch it, and how do you proceed if you do?
Not bad. I mean, it feels a bit old. I mean, the brandy's nice, but there's a little grainy taste to it. So could you get a fresh glass, please?
Of course. You see, they both kind of like look at each other with that, definitely, and then pour you a glass. And it is I will say, very nice brandy that you are both handed.
Oh, this is nice. This feels nice.
So, family's been a little separated from Lolth for a while.
It's definitely not a. I think since Capitolo is not at all on the outs, I don't think it's definitely not a problem. Just I have aesthetics, and I'll probably have to get up to some extracurriculars when I'm out of the city. But
Well, is everything okay? It seems a little just drastic, maybe.
it was we were there was a we were in her temple, and there was a priestess. Think were very intense.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't just like lie.
She would
pretend.
Like he kind of like he holds up the gauntlets again. And he's like she can hear. She can hear.
Well, praise Lolth. Hallelujah. Well, Proserpina, if you got a guard detail for you, are you a noble? What occasion brought you as under our son's guard? My goodness.
Honestly, I really couldn't have told you if you had asked me a couple months ago, because I sort of got lost and ended up in Lindum. That's where I met him, and
In Lindum.
I got on the wrong boat going working the archery tournament circuit, and because I got excited about seeing stuff, and I wasn't paying attention, and apparently my birth mother happened to find out I was in town because I was adopted, and she kind of pushed Honguzi to be my bodyguard.
I see. Interesting. You said you were doing the archery circuit?
I was, yeah.
What kind of events or venues would you typically do?
Mostly a lot of festivals. Occasionally something to do with there've been a few that were religious holidays or stuff.
Oh, okay. But well, as long as you're not messing with the rigged ones, that's fine.
Very legit. Very legitimate.
Rigged ones.
Very legitimate. She's fun. If you're into that type of thing.
Have you ever thrown a match for money?
No.
Have you ever? Oh, all right.
No, I tend to send most of my winnings home to my family.
All right. What do they do? What kind of are they?
They're
cartel,
farmers.
Smugglers?
No, they're just farmers.
All right.
Mom's a retired town guard. She's really good with the bow too.
Not that kind of guard.
Just how strong she can be.
All right. So Lolth and archery and all righty. Well, please let's not stay standing too long. Why don't we have some dinner? Please, this way. So they both lead you in. The first thing that they do is your mother heads right into the kitchen, and your father says, "Oh, let me go help you," and leaves. And you two, so the table is basically head, and then 2-2. How do you both sit? Like, what table seats do you sit at?
Oh my god, damn. Holmes is going to sit on his mother's right and nod toward her left.
Okay. And I'll sit on the left.
Very good. So then you see a couple dishes, not very extravagant. This is not your family's forte, Honghuzi. It's more, it's polite. It's what they have with them. But you see a bit, like probably a bit of boar, and then looks like they whipped up some eggs. And then what some of the greenery and vegetables they had lying around, and sauteed them, and kind of put it all out and sit at their respective places at the table. Go ahead, both of you make an insight check as they sit down.
Back in the day.
You're back home.
Yeah, that's everything's fine. This is
Yeah.
fine. Everything's
Yeah,
fine.
everything is fine. And then they both kind of smile and kind of look over then at Proserpina and hold their wine glasses. Go ahead and make an insight check real quick.
Okay.
I will say, Hongzi, that's enough. You know that your parents love making whoever gets brought home. Actually, I guess this is a question. Is this the first person Hongzi's brought home like this? I actually don't know.
I'm gonna say the answer is no. Usually there. This is like probably the first time he's brought somebody this full, like obviously wholesome.
Yeah, non-criminally associated, right? So Hongzi, you know that it is generally tradition that your parents put whoever you bring on the spot to do the toast for the meal.
And I assume I can at least tell it like it's not clicking for.
Yeah. So Proserpina, both of Hongzi's parents are looking at you a little expectantly, but not giving you any direction. They seem to be expecting something from you, but that's it.
Can I roll a stealth check to try? Can I roll a stealth check to try and sneakily, like communicate, like mouth to Proserpina, they want you to toast without my parents' toast?
You can make a stealth check, yes, and I will make 2 perception checks.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh.
And as you're about to mouth, you see your mother just kind of like, Proserpina, please go ahead. As you like are just in reaction, look away and don't get the message.
Well, thank you for having us. Thank you for hospitality. Family is always something to treasure, and new family, new friends. I look over at Hongzi and smile. It's more important. It's more valuable than diamonds.
Go ahead and roll me a charisma check. Just see.
Because I'm really good at those.
You see they both kind of like hold a glance for a second and do the like spouse eye talk, and then as valuable as diamonds, and they both take a swig of their wine and begin to start passing out some of the food. Do either of you eat before them?
Hongzi's gonna wait until his mom's had
No.
Head of the household. No.
Sounds good.
I remember meeting with the meal with Mother. We wait until Mother eats.
Sounds good. As Hongzi's mother takes a bite, you see Hongzi's father takes a bite afterwards, and then you all dig in. Are y'all great? Any like kind of conversation or anything you want to do during the actual meal here to try and direct the conversation or anything like that?
Yeah. How's the city been since they pulled back? I heard a couple of weird rumors about some kind of like mugger or something while I was back at the bar.
Well, I mean, if it's mugging, it's probably us or
Not
one
even
of
that
those
kind of
lesser thieves guilds.
not even that kind of mugging, like waylaying honest criminals or something.
Oh, well, no. For the most part, the Gith came back and then they left just as suddenly. They didn't really have time to set up all their stuff, so we didn't really have to be under their heels for very long, which we all appreciated and liked. So, but I'm not sure what you're referring to then. Proserpina, can you make me a con save, as you have not checked your meal for poison? All right. You do taste, with your knowledge of alchemy and how things should taste, that there is a little bit more of that substance in part of your food that lowers your speed by 5 feet. It's pretty much harmless. But you see, as you like take your bite, both of Hong Huzi's parents immediately clock it. But yes, the city's been doing fairly well, I would say. The upper and lower districts are kind of not a thing anymore. There's a lot of underfolk up in the former upper district, and actually, the problem was a lot that we weren't really allowed to leave the city, so a lot of the farm folk that were outside, who all rushed into the city, were stuck in the upper district. So now they're back in their farms or here, closer to their roots. So we're starting to kind of mix together a bit. Now, I'm not going to say that's gone perfectly. There's been some fights in the street and tensions and all of that, but I'd say that the council's doing a pretty good job of doing their best to make it peaceful enough.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
And your Hong Huzi's father will kind of turn to Proserpina. Oh, and Proserpina, I'm so sorry if we skipped any devotional or prayer that you would typically do before a meal.
I mean, I've never really been that religious. I mean, back home we would we would talk to the gods of the seasons at times of planting and at harvest. But I mean, I've never. I mean, lost the first god I've ever really met, and it wasn't exactly fun.
Well, many people don't meet gods, so I'm not that surprised that's the first one. Understood.
First one is also talk to me.
Fair
which
enough.
Is weird, scary.
Gods
Don't want
are.
to do that again. Don't want to do that again.
Understood. Well, gods are fickle and strange. Your mother and my wife and I are devoted to Keptolo and are have kept up the sacraments and what would be expected of us our whole lives, but we've never either heard from Keptolo, but also don't know if we need to, so who knows. And then your parents then turn to both of you and I don't know enough, but are going to start to get to very technical terms about not weaponry, but like Thieves Guild stuff. They basically start slipping into a bit of thieves' cant and start talking like extortion rates and job lingo, slang, marks that you put on buildings to dictate. So right now, Proserpina, you're gonna have to make an intelligence check to try and not bumble through. Hong Huzi, is there anything you would like to do to try and assist?
Let me think. I think like at most he'll try to budge over a little bit and do you want me to finish speaking, Rob?
Yeah, no, it's okay. And I think the end of it is. And so, how many folks would you recommend for that caravan hit, Proserpina?
7.
7 for a 3-wagon caravan with 1 armored ballista? Oh, well, it's certainly a bold approach, but maybe, uh, as they both again kind of give each other a bit of a look, and oh, well, we've been so consumed in our conversation that we should clear off the plates here. They both start standing up to clear the table.
And ever beautiful son Hong was, oh no, please, just gotten back. I can't put you up to this.
But then your mother, no, of course. I mean, we want to welcome you, our son, back home. We could, of course, couldn't let you clear off the table.
Quick insight check.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're correct. There's no right answer. You're not supposed to clear the table. You're not supposed to be the one offering. There's no right answer. So please, we'll take care of it. Wonderful. And like she pats you on the head, and takes the dishes away. But no, you grabbed that correctly. Amazing. And so so your parents kind of come back out. Well, some after meal drinks then, I suppose.
Of course.
Oh, wonderful. So at this point, your parents are going to very generously ply you both with liquor. Are either of you going to resist in any way? Because they're going to essentially try and get you drunk.
And Tom this is the first time back home in a long time, and it's fine. He doesn't have a problem anymore. Let's go. It's fine. You can cut loose. I don't have a problem.
Yeah. Proserpina?
First round, I'm gonna make a curative oil and just pop it in, and just to make sure that you're not trying to keep putting poison in my food.
Oh, my goodness. So sorry if you thought that of me, but sure, of course.
I may be a nice person, but I've learned a few things from my mom and my pa and my mother.
Well,
so
drink up at least. And then, are you going to in any way resist the copious amount of drinks that are offered your way?
No.
Okay.
I've made my point.
Great. So you two are thoroughly drunk by the end of the evening. I would like both of you to make charisma saving throws to not give away too much or be too embarrassing in the context of this scenario.
The weak link.
The wink link indeed. So you can't quite tell because you're having a great time, but from the outside perspective, we see the trap is sprung and your parents pounce on like one little comment you said and just dig and dive deep in and just like make you go into excruciating detail about you two and like everything you two get up to, up into not much of a point. There's not much detail that they don't desire to know. There are lines, of course, but by the end of the traditional for your family nightcap, you think they've probably gotten just about as much info as they wanted from extremely drunk Honghuzi.
Extremely drunk Honghuzi is just like, oh, this conversation has got a whole lot easier. It's great. I like it.
Wow. I don't know about you two, but I am starting to feel a little tipsy, and then so I think I'm going to retire with my wonderful husband for the evening. Proserpina, it was a delight to have you over. Please, and looks back over to Hongzi, bring her over more often. We'll have to do this again.
Can drunken Hanguzi tell if that was sincere?
Make me an insight check with disadvantage. It was 1000% sincere. You don't know. I mean, it probably was. Yeah. I mean, as far as you can tell.
Absolutely.
Of course. And kind of like feigning being less drunk than they really are, trying to hide it a little bit. They kind of give you both a hug. Can you make another perception check, Proserpina? But you can as well, Hungzy, with disadvantage, both of you. Okay, cool. So you don't notice just a little bit of gold taken out of your purse. They don't take enough that like you should take it off a character sheet. It's again to see if you notice, more so than if it's more so to try and to make money off of Hungzy's partner. And then your father, well, it's good to have you in the city for as long as you're here. We're kind of in between a few larger jobs, so if you want to spend some time over while you're here, feel free. Otherwise, we'll see you in the bar.
Of course.
All right. Well, you two stay safe. Hopefully, you get where you're going. Do you have a room already set up?
Yeah, I was probably just gonna borrow one at the bar. Always got space for old Hoosie.
All right. Well, go right ahead. Have a great time. And sounds like you two slightly stumble out.
It's fine. I know this city. I have drunkenly staggered through it plenty of times.
Yeah.
But it's completely normal.
Yeah. So
Come on. I grab him by the collar. Come on. Stay upright. Let's be safe.
And as you are indeed walking back through Malja, you receive the sending that you received at the end of the episode.
All right.
From Commander Vox, to summarize, saying, I see you got the Nautiloid. How long until it's delivered?
Okay, this is gonna be. Okay, Rob, what I want you to do is like keep track, because like after I kind of like in this preamble, all of this is actual words. It's all actual word count.
Great.
Oh, hey, man. Right. Nautiloid. Complication. Somebody apparently still has it. We are tracking. We know where they are.
That's it. and I imagine still many more, but that's all Commander Vox gets. No, they wouldn't send back to you. Anja,
Yeah.
as I will say, this is like as you're getting ready for bed, and Bliss, you and Bliss have already kind of parted ways for now.
Yeah.
You receive a sending. Greetings. You would actually know who it is because that's how the sending spell works, so he wouldn't say that. Nautiloid has been spotted. I understand there are complications. Give me a proper estimated time of arrival.
I'm not prepared for this. She is also drunk.
I didn't say you weren't.
The response that he gets, not knowing what Hung Huzi has said.
Yeah.
You mean you didn't get it already? Yeah.
Is that the whole sending?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear just a back. Because he can use all his words, and that's the whole sending spell. It is cut off, and it's over.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So you will have a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Having made an impression on Hong Huzi's family, and having that fun little sending, we now have 2 days of downtime in the city of Manja. So I am aware that Anja first is going to attempt to... Are you trying to buy spell scrolls, essentially?
Yeah, I definitely would like potions and spell scrolls. Like to one thing that she definitely wants is a couple of teleport scrolls, just because it's like there's one level spell in the spell slot. Teleport is like the most useful thing, and so having extra scrolls of that would be useful. And if you would allow something else, just what kind of scrolls are hanging around in the she would know where to shop for them because she is a wizard from this city.
Yeah, it's you. You definitely know where.
Yeah.
First thing you need to do is roll an investigation check, because while you can find spell scrolls easily, finding a 7th level spell scroll is a bit harder.
Yeah, for sure. An investigation.
Yeah, this is a kind of combined, like asking the right people and if they're in the city. Okay, I will say, following up with kind of people you know and people they know and such, you know that currently there's not a ton of higher level spell scrolls and items. Most of those were either requisitioned by the Githyanki or taken away from the Githyanki purposefully. So you get that a lot of those have been kind of taken away, and only some of them are starting to come back.
Gotcha.
But I will say that you could buy 5th level or lower spell scrolls without any issue.
Cool.
In the city.
Do you want me to just pick spell scrolls, or do you want to roll for which ones I find?
Go if you want to buy a spell.
Yeah. Okay. What would she want?
Here, if you want to like pick out stuff, we can
go to Throck. Go to Throck. Yeah.
So Throck, what are you up to in your downtime here?
Throck's gonna try and find his clan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by what method?
Probably finding Anja and being like, hey. Hey.
Like, can I please, like... Throck, I didn't know that crocodile people went through puberty.
I've been practicing voices.
Oh, that was very good. I liked it.
That's all I can say is just, hey.
You know what? That might be the only thing you need to say one of these days.
Yes.
So what's up?
I need to find my clan, my tribe.
Oh, okay. You want to know where they're at? I can do that for you. I met someone in his clan, right?
Yeah, Biggest in Water.
Yeah. Would you like for me to see where Biggest in Water's at?
Yes.
Okay. Anja will scry for Biggest in Water then.
Great. So you see, just as Throck had instructed, you see Biggest in Water and the remaining of the tribe in looks like a series of hills with some small caves, and a lot of them, though, the more ones that can hold their breath for longer, also in kind of like basically, like underwater caves as well, basically hiding out in the swamp, hiding from the kind of ever encroaching tide of like ash and fire and multiple fire elementals, kind of hiding out. They seem obviously in danger, but safe because they're hiding.
I will translate this to Throck. about what is going on. Like, they're in the hills, they seem okay, they're hiding, but they're fine.
It's not nearby.
How far away is it?
The swamp.
Yeah.
The swamp is like about 3 or 4 days journey.
Yeah, because you know how it's a couple of days away. Because you know how Mr. Khaki Ranger is. I didn't get his name. I should probably get his name. Is gonna meet here so that we can reconvene and get you to possibly like talking to this dragon sexily or introducing you so that you can maybe convince him to not bang on Hell's door.
Yes. That would be interesting.
If anything, just to get the jump on them so that we can throw them into a black hole.
Yes. That would be fun. Well,
I'll
then,
save that spell just for you then.
maybe we can find something that will help my clan.
Well, I'm going to look at spell scrolls. Maybe we can find something that I could cast that could, or you can cast that can maybe help them hide, get them stronger. Like I can only turn one of them into a T-Rex, but then all my other spells will be useless. But
they need weapons, and I whipped out a sack of 278 gold. 278 gold that I counted. I'm getting better at
to get
that.
better weapons. Yeah, I can help that. Or I'm sure I know where there's a blacksmith. But like, how many crocodilian folk were out there, Rob?
Well, it's a huge mix of different lizard folk. First of all.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're good. But I'm gonna say there's probably the better part of like 6 people of various fighting capability, to be clear. But about like 6 folk.
As they're offensively pretty well. What if we helped find them something that could help protect them from dragonfire?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Something with fire resistance that we can, whether it's potions we can maybe find that we can hand out, or maybe there's some sort of special armor that wasn't taken by the Gith, but we can, with your help, like I think we could find something. I might even... I have a sister in town. I could see if she has any connections.
Yes, let's go see her. You have a sister?
I have a lot of siblings. This is the one I know. This is the one whose name I actually know about. Her name is Driana. She actually used to be a part of the rival gang, but it kind of looks like the rival gang isn't really operating anymore. But, I have a sister, and I think her and Alex did get along to some extent, so I maybe would let her know what happened or something. And I just planned on touching base with her because she's the only family that I know.
Besides your father.
He's dead.
Oh.
Like, yeah, literally, I have like my aunts, and I guess their kids, but it's still kind of awkward with them. Not like we kind of don't, it's kind of awkward for Driana too. It's just we're still trying to feel each other out because they were not in my life for 26 years. And the little bit that they were, there was the whole don't have a baby, Dolma, she's a half-breed kind of thing.
And you have a butter husband.
I have no idea where he's at. I have been looking. He didn't come home. I asked Haldia, like, I don't know what's going on with butter husband.
he's dead.
I could just, I have scry protected. Can I get prepared? Can I go ahead and scry on Butterhusband, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me roll a save.
Where is Butterhusband now that we have been asked about it? There goes 2 scries.
You see a dark alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
Not much going on. Kind of the sound of the wind blowing through as a couple rats scurry to and fro.
Mm-hmm.
You see a Duragar, sweaty, panting, running through the alley, looking behind as if something like seeing like a ghost or a specter, running, panting, and ducks and hides behind a couple of crates, panting for breath, almost out, and then dropping down from a roof. You see briefly the form of Butterhusband plunge and 2 knives into his throat and tear the throat open, getting completely covered in viscera, as you then see in blood writes "the beast" on the wall and slinks away.
Anja comes out of her scrying and just looks at Throck and is like, why? That's a consequence I'll have to face at some point in my life.
And where is he?
He's out murdering Duragar in the city. I think he's the beast.
What?
He's the beast.
Throck's gonna kind of look around for someone just walking by.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna be like,
Hi.
"Hey, do you know of the beast?"
Oh, it's just a rumor. Don't worry about it.
What's the rumor?
People are attributing like muggings or murders just to all one person, calling him the beast. It's nothing. It's all across the city. A lot of them were fighters or guarded in some way. Someone who have to like really get the drop on them or overpower them. Like it's just a rumor.
What is there? Okay. I'm just wondering why he's attacking random people.
That's the thing. There's also no connection. It's literally just, I mean, a bunch of random murders in alleys and people's homes. Like, there's no like pattern or anything. I mean, they're pretty gruesome, but it's like there's no rhyme or reason. So don't worry about it.
Okay, he's real.
Sure, bud. And walks off.
You tried. That's all that matters. I'm gonna send to Driana. Weave the tail. Thank you so much for that, Ray. Hey. Thank y'all so much, friends. We just found out that the man that I fought with butter is now a serial killer within the city. So
to be clear, the man whose life you ruined, sent to a weird place, and then sent to the criminal organization that likes to haze people, became a serial killer. Yes.
I would like to object to the indirect implication that perhaps the Fags of Polo are anything but upstanding at pledging new arrivals. It is not our fault that he couldn't hang.
He definitely, clearly could not. Or maybe he could too well. Anywho. So yes, what do you want to say to your half-sister?
Be like, hey, Triana, it's Anja. I'm in town. Would like to meet up. Alex died. Where are we going? Get drinks.
Greetings. My condolences, I suppose. I am currently on an assignment. However, my client has quite the wine cellar. Here's the address. And then I'll say
Okay.
there's enough to like give you a good idea of where to go.
All right, cool. With that, I'm gonna look at Throck. It's like, well, she's hanging out in a wine cellar, so do you want to go?
Yes. I think we should also, as he's walking, he's gonna like look down an alley. Maybe keep an eye out for Butter Husband.
Yeah, definitely. Did Anja take alert?
I don't think so.
I don't think I did. It's another character that took alert. Sorry, I play so many characters in Dungeons and Dragons. I do not know which one took alert. So yeah, we should definitely be very perceptive.
Yeah, go ahead.
Perceptive
Go ahead and make perception checks.
of Butter. Okay, yep, that's
Yeah,
how perceptive
if you want
we're.
to keep an eye out.
Yeah, let's do that as we go to this wine cellar.
11. Mm-hmm.
All right, and Anja will make a. I'm not great at these. But I always roll decently, so it's probably not going to be great because I said something. Yeah, an 8.
I mean, you don't see him or anybody who looks like a victim of him. So there you go.
He is a drow, and it's the middle of the day.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It was a dark alley. Because again, most of the city now, because they're starting to commingle, does have a lot of awnings and drapery to block out the sun in the streets. Because there are lots of drow and Duragar and Deep Nose that now live in the city who can't handle sunlight that well right now. But you head to the address and you see, actually, you recognize the same neighborhood that Shelley Artemis lives in, the noble quarter of the city. But it's a large, kind of like large mansion type structure that you've never personally been to, but standing in front of the manor, you can see now instead of like the very much like basically armor and all of such, in basically like basically just like a corset, a pretty purple kind of like top, and then pants with a rapier at her side, Drana. Just kind of leaning, looking a little bored, to be quite honest.
And also, for the record, Throck, Adriana looks like the female half-drow version of Alex. Like, build and everything. just, you know, give him purple skin, pointy his ears, whiten his hair, give him titties. That's Rihanna. It's like, hey, you look, you look comfortable, as I like motion to your outfit. Like,
I suppose my employer didn't like me running around fully armored, so this is my uniform, I suppose.
Well, it complements your body very well. Well, anyway, I was just in town and I just kind of came to say hi because you're my sister, and I wanted to check up on you because I heard that you lost your old gig, but it seems like you got a new gig. So
yes, bodyguarding. It's quite dull, to be honest.
Who are you guarding?
Some noble. They moved down, trying to set up things between here and Lindsay, but not having a ton of progress.
They're not a star caller, are they?
No.
Okay, just making sure because I know those.
Right.
I
think I stabbed him at one point. Yes.
Yeah, but I met his parents and they were pretty nice people. He has a great mom.
Okay.
Yeah, but just. Also wanted to let you know that our brother died.
Right. Kind of points at Throck, and the crocodile is...
I didn't kill him.
Okay. Thank you.
In fact, I think I would say that Throck was probably Alex's best friend.
All right.
He fed Throck a lot of food.
Yes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know he was getting into being a chef.
Yeah. Yeah, he was trying out a couple of new things. But he do I ever stop streaming? He was, yeah. I knew that the two of you had like some conversations about like the future and stuff, and I know he was trying to gather more of us, I guess, for some reason, like the Bogmore siblings. He didn't actually tell me why he was doing that. Do you have?
Me neither, really.
I do have the 411, if that's a thing. I don't know why I said that.
The 411,
yeah,
of course.
the 411 on another sibling, though.
All right.
Apparently, George Bogmore had an actual wife that he loved that was a dragonborn, and he made a dragonborn child, but I couldn't find them. I just know that they exist. Right?
I don't know how to feel about that.
Right?
Like, I know we slept around, obviously.
There's like 20 of us or so, from what I understand.
That's a conservative estimate. He was, I don't know, but...
I mean, technically he could make one of us every day of his life. That he's dead now, by the way. Him too.
I thought so.
Yeah. Like, dead twice over.
Oh.
Yeah, he kept trying, but he failed because of liches. But
sure, we're not going to dig any deeper into that one. Well, interesting. You certainly know how to not bury the lead, I suppose. I was intending to get a little day drunk on wine.
Right, of course. I also, while we're getting day drunk on wine, I can't drink too long because I have to find some potions and some spell squirts, but I kind of got some more. Throck, do you want to drink with me and my sister?
Yes.
Cool. We have to find, maybe while we're drinking, you can help us out so that I will have a little bit of an advantage when I'm looking for these things. I need some stuff. Who is that? I'm Merlot. I need some stuff for that's fireproof or resistant. The proof, the better.
All right. Like a cloak or like a...
Cloaks work. Potions work. Potions probably would actually be the best. Like the most potions.
Much cheaper option as well.
Yeah, they would be the cheaper, and I need a lot. Because we're trying to hook this bad boy up, and I tap the rock on his pectorals, if he has those, his torso. We're kind of set this bad boy up with the red dragon, and it might not go well.
All right. Well, to my understanding, you could probably find potions like that for round, depending on how much you're buying, how much bulk, and how much the vendor likes you. Probably about somewhere between 30 to 50 gold a piece.
Oh yeah, I can handle that.
Sure. So I guess it depends on how much you need. My knowledge is that those last about an hour. Now, I haven't done fire, but I have purchased poison-resistant potions of quite a bit in my time, so know a few people I could direct your way to hopefully get you a little better price.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm always down for saving money. If that's cool.
Of course. Anything else I can do for you, I suppose? I mean, obviously, kind of fills up another glass of wine.
Well, wow, I downed that really fast. Well, I have to ask, have you heard of the Beast?
Well, I do have to every night check and make sure that the Beast isn't skulking about the house, so yes.
The Beast is real.
I mean, I have to essentially operate under the assumption, yes.
Don't assume. I'm letting you know this is a factual thing. The beast is real. He's a male drow who I purchased with butter as a husband, and I sent him here and to the Captolo, and now he's murdering.
My life is always so much more simple before you come around.
So, I wanted to give you that information.
Cool.
So now you know exactly what to look for.
Good.
But he, no, I scryed on him to see where he was at, right? And I, saw him descend on this in a dark alley, like a Duragar in the shadows. You know how kind of, spiders just, come down from the...
Cool.
That's exact, yeah. It was like that. So,
Not a fan.
I'm sorry, Nora just realized what was happening. Nora! So anyway, I love chat. Yeah, that's,
Well, I suppose good to know from a client, although I'm not going to tell him, because the last thing he needs is more reasons for me to check every damn corner of this massive home. But I'll keep an eye out, I suppose.
Yeah, and if you happen to kill him on the job, tell him that I said I was sorry.
For buying him with butter.
I just thought that I was just gonna have, a one-night stand with him, but apparently it meant, husbandry. He was gonna be my husband. I was, it was a dowry for his hand in marriage, and I did not realize that.
What did you say to the person who, he was on?
Oh, man. I asked if he belonged to anybody because I was checking to make sure I wasn't stepping on any of his toes. And I was like, oh, can I have it for... And I thought I said for the night. But apparently a whole stick of butter is, the rest of his life or mine. Because I'm going to probably live shorter than he is.
Yes. Well, barring anything else.
Yeah.
You can understand maybe why they expected that, asking if you belong to anyone,
and the thing is that I can understand. It's just I couldn't say no because they already fell for the fact that I'm a drow princess and I am in charge, and they were like, yep, she's in charge, kind of thing, and I had to. They believed me, and I had to keep it up. I couldn't backpedal
so you
on it.
Committed to the bit and bought someone.
Yeah.
All right.
I told him, I sent him to my house, and I was hoping that he was going to be set up and it was fine, and that he would find somebody and love them and marry them for himself. I told him he could do whatever he wanted, and that the gang would help him.
He is.
Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, that's Butter Husband.
What did you learn? What have we learned today?
That I am very powerful.
I don't think that's the lesson.
I am too powerful for my own good when I put my mind to it.
Okay, what else did we learn?
And that there are consequences to using that power.
All right, good.
Thanks, sis.
I should have asked if he enjoyed killing things all the time.
I don't think he probably knew until he got to the surface.
Yeah, I think
it sounds like.
I think it was a newfound hobby. Yeah.
I mean, where'd you even send him to?
My house, directly to my house. And my tenant is there because I've been renting it out since I left.
The tenant's not a person who teaches you how to murder people.
I mean, she's just this. I mean, she did sleep with Hamhuzi, so there is that.
I mean, Holly is a bartender.
Yeah, Holly.
She's a learned woman, and she likes to read books in 10 bar.
You know what? I don't think so. It just, I mean. People's personality can escape you, but, Holly was helping with the whole, anti-Gith resistance, so I don't think that's under... Yeah, I don't think that she's on the council. I didn't think that she would do that, no.
Well, not sure what set him off or whatever, but
Maybe.
good to know. If you could avoid unleashing more crazed men into my the city, that would be great.
Oh, don't worry. I think I've sworn off relationships forever at this point. They all just tend to die on me.
I see.
It's one night stands only. Yeah. But I mean, they have to be really, really special, and I just don't believe that person exists. But anyway, I think
If I could give you just a little bit of advice, I mean, so,
on men?
I was of course raised a lot more drow than you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And when you outlive 90% of people on the planet, it's difficult finding spouses outside of your culture. So I was taught, I would have been taught more so that a spouse dying on you they would say that gained you something, but let's be a little more human about it, and something that you enjoy. A spouse, the partner that you enjoyed and brought you joy, is if they die, that doesn't mean they're worthless or that you shouldn't have died.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
So
I just, it's just that I'm also just in the middle of saving the world, and it's just not time for romance right now, unless, and I look over at Throck, you're trying to get a dragon to love you. And I have to pee.
Do you listen to the sentences you say? And I'll say at that point.
Yeah.
You will end the scene there as well. I will get to that buying stuff and finishing up your downtime in a second. So, Honghuzi, what do you want to do with your 2 days of downtime?
Okay, so first up, when I wake up on the first day, do I remember?
Con save.
Okay. Check. Uh-oh.
You remember everything but the end. You also don't remember the sending. Basically, you remember the unanswerable question, and then it's just kind of, night sure happened. Proserpina, you may also make a con save. Okay. That fighter constitution. You're a bit hungover, but maybe a bit of infernal constitution, and also just being a hardy individual. You are okay. You do remember everything that happened.
Kind of grimace a little bit because I'm pretty sure they did go in his pocket like a little bit.
No, just Proserpina's, because they were testing Proserpina, not you. Now, when you were growing up, they definitely stole from you to see if you noticed and could stop them, but they mostly stopped that.
So,
what did I say?
Interesting.
What did I say? I'm sorry. Probably didn't mean it.
Lots of things were said.
You're still here. You're still here?
Yeah. Yes, I'm still here. Oh, by the way, here, drink this. And I hand him something that has this very sludgy brown consistency in a potion vial. Make some notes. Okay.
Wait, what was it?
Hot cocoa.
Oh.
Troll.
So, I didn't know if I was supposed to say, by the way, I can show you how to make this poison stronger.
Or if I usually don't. If I bring somebody home, it's usually not. They've they've always been less wholesome. You
I know. I kind of gathered that.
yeah, I don't. Uh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, my mom's a little. She's not. She's not like the lady. She's not pushy like that, but she is kind of old fashioned. So,
I've kind of gathered, and I know Mother warned me about things like that. But I'm trying not to be like Mother.
yeah,
I did like your parents, but I don't think they'll want to see me again anytime soon.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Don't worry. I'm still here. I haven't gone nowhere.
No, it's no. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. So, I don't.
I
I
should get
don't.
some stuff done in the next couple of days before we head on out, right?
Yeah. 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 I've got some. I think I have some stuff to do. I need to. I need to find. I need to find what happened to that guy. Last I heard, he was getting pledged. It's been like a week. Nobody's seen him yet. I might not.
Wait, the butter boy? The butterman?
Yeah. And like Hongo's like winces a little bit in part because like he doesn't remember his name either, and he feels bad about
I
that.
don't know his name.
I don't think anyone ever. Or no, you. I did ask his name, but no one ever remember. No one remembers.
We did?
I think you might have.
Yeah, Hongo's didn't. Hongo's did not commit it to memory, and he feels bad about that. It's not practice.
I mean, I might have remembered if it weren't for being scared and yelled at by Lolth. But you know, but since we're going to deal with the dragon, I need to go pop by an alchemy shop if I can find some stuff on fire resistance, so I can make some stuff and
Yeah.
and some non-flammable lube.
Okay, if you want that, you want to go to the bar, look for the enchanted ring. She'll get you.
Okay.
And be very careful with your phrasing. She gets creative sometimes. Not always bad, but maybe you don't want creative.
Depends. We'll talk creativity tonight.
Yeah. If you don't see me, just go to the bar and ask around. People know me.
I gather you're pretty famous here.
Yeah. Once I wasn't so sick, I was reliable. Yeah.
You're very reliable. Don't worry about it. Kiss him on the cheek.
Yeah, I'll and yeah, I got a little bit of character sheet work to do, namely with the sword. I've got to disassemble that explosive because as I got a sneaking suspicion, perhaps the very first fire dragon, maybe it's not going to be that bothered by fire damage.
Interesting. Okay. An interesting hypothesis. I like it.
Yeah.
Also, so Prospina, if you since we're doing fire resist potions, we'll do that all at the same time. So first of all, both of you roll me persuasion checks for bartering.
Not really, no.
So for you, Prospina, you can buy as many as you would like for 50 gold apiece. However, if you would like to try and create them, then that's going to be an alchemy kit check, and then based on that, I'll charge you for each one you're able to make at a much.
I wanted to buy the formula.
Okay, great. So I will say they will sell you the formula for 75 gold pieces.
Okay.
Since it's not a too uncommon potion. And then now go ahead and make an alchemy check.
Alrighty.
For the week. Anja, did you give me a persuasion check for starting to try and buy?
I did not yet. Let me do that. So, persuasion. I'm actually proficient in persuasion.
Great. So you get a very reduced price because you are throwing around such large numbers. 20 gold per one potion. The potion is, by the way, action and drink, 1 hour fire resist. Solid. Bingo bango.
She will, with 1 month's rent payment, I'm assuming, because it's in a city, she'll buy a baker's dozen.
So you get 13 potions.
Yeah.
And I would say Proserpina, with a 10, you're only able to make 1 a day. So you make 2 fire resist potions.
Throck is probably going to also give Andra his money to
spend. Andra's going to be like, Throck, it's fine. I got this. Save your money.
More.
Oh, you want, well, the man wants more.
Yes, do you want to spend all, is Throck spending all his money?
Yes, the 270. So
okay, so that's another baker's dozen.
Yeah.
Another baker's dozen.
Okay, cool.
And you have 18 gold left. Great, so put down 13 fire resist potions.
Nice.
Rob, also, because like the weapon thing is just a class, we try to just have that done.
Yep, that's that doesn't even technically take your downtime. It's just flavorfully you do it, getting ready.
Yeah. What he's actually going to be doing with his time is he's going to start trying to track down members of this beast because they're kind of bothering him, and this is the city, and he doesn't like there being somebody like that around.
So, the first lead is you ask around the bar. And you, again, the people that were going to go that were sent to haze him, they haven't come back, but you give me an investigation check with advantage because you're in familiar turf.
Investigation.
Okay, that's enough. You know that they're going to do a little bit of a hazing ritual at like one of the bridges in town. They're kind of like one of those like, huh, gotcha kind of things, but a little more delay before the gotcha part. So if you would like, you could head to that location.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
So at this point, there aren't a bunch of bodies. However, you can see that there are what they haven't been able to take away is there are like 2 belts with the fangs of Keptolu like buckle almost hanging off of the bridge that kind of like someone like took it off their belt and put it around like the banister of the bridge.
Okay, and I do like a little bit of investigation to see like how recent this might have been. Advantage as normal. Advantage is normal.
This one will be normal.
Okay.
21, ooh, nice. So combining what you see as well as with what you already know, this was probably like a week and a half ago, I think, at this point.
And okay, so ground ice. About what time of day is it? Like evening,
morning.
Day?
I mean, this isn't taking you very long. Your first day.
Okay. So, going to head back. Ask around about like the people I know who would have done this hazing. Like, about a week and a half back. Have they been showing up at any of their usual spots? Has anybody heard from them?
No, it's assumed that they're on a bender, but nobody's seen them. It's very unusual for like Fang of Keptola members to just not show up for a while, but they haven't shown up for the past week and a half now.
Yeah. belts. The belts are gone. I'm gonna. I'm going to like go and try and find like some of like the like shadier ish dock workers and like
Mhm.
I'm going to like tell me how much gold I'll need to like pass along, get him to like just kind of dredge around the area for bodies.
Well, so first then, why don't you give me a charisma-based investigation check?
Okay, I've got I have not blah, 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 blah. Let me in fact just roll the relevant dice here. And now what I do? There we go.
Here you
Plus
go.
6.
So I will say, with only about like 20 gold, you're able to dredge up and you find the two individuals sent out to haze this person. You see that it was, you can see, actually, give me a medicine check. Let's see how much you can tell from the bodies.
Okay.
Because they're already pretty bloated and nasty because
Yeah.
they're wearing the river. Well, looks like they were stabbed. It looks like they had a bit of a fight, but both of their like knives are gone. But you can see that there looked like there was a bit of a struggle before they died.
Okay. So as much as circumstances allow, I'm gonna wrap them up.
Sure.
Yeah, and then wrap them up. Make sure that that their deaths are known, and
You've given proper respects.
yeah, and I'm going to yeah, and based on the person who obviously isn't here, I'm also going to tell him like, yeah, I know exactly who did it. Don't know if it's related to those rumors, but yeah, that drow who came, that used to be nervous drow who came in he's uh looks like he snapped. If anybody sees him, I'll take care of it.
Okay. So you've now tipped off the Fangs, who are basically going to now be keeping an eye out, and if they see him, what are you going to do actively, though? Are you going to actively search the city, or are you going to do something and hope that the Fangs give you word?
Yeah, like basically, yeah. In addition to the things, I'm also going to be like searching the city, and I'm at some point I'm also going to try like to get to Anja to notify her of this because this seems like the kind of thing she should know about.
So, Anja, Hunghuzi comes to you with all this information after you've done your scrying.
Like, so it's okay. So is this after I've done my scrying, or is it after I come back from Triana's meeting?
I'll say this is like probably what it is. It's at the evening of the first day of downtime.
Okay.
Hunghuzi's like been out doing his investigation.
Okay.
You've like since sobered up after your little
Yeah.
day drunk session with Rihanna.
Oh, hey.
Done your shopping trip with Throck.
What's up, Hunghuzi?
Yeah, was looking into your husband.
We didn't get married yet, so that makes him my fiance.
Your husband, and he is don't know if all of
he's the beast. He's the beast.
I see you knew.
I just found out like a couple of hours. Like I scryed on him to see where he was at, and then I met up with Juliana, and she's doing like bodyguard work, so I told her about it.
Did you track? Where is he?
He's just been in like dark alleys, like just like I actually saw him murder somebody. It was a Duragar.
That. Fantastic. Where is he? Do you know where he is now?
No.
Have you tried to find out?
I can't scribe right now. I did 2 of them because I point over. I had to find Throck's friends this morning, and then as soon as we started talking about Butterhusband, I was like, I need to see where he's at, and I saw him do that. So can I tell at the very least, because this is my home, what, like, the alleyway, at least maybe by the architecture, like what part of the town it would have been
So
in?
that was it's on a bit of the edge of town, like
Okay.
under quarter.
Okay, he's definitely been lurking the south part of the Undertown.
Okay. Take a look at that. Yeah. That's I guess a bit circumstantially frustrating to know, but I'm gonna have to kill him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got our blood on his hands. That you can't let that go.
Can we just ask him why before we kill him?
Sure. I guess.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, everyone kills for a reason.
That's real generous of you.
For some reason, whether it's for some instinctual reason, some feeling inside, or to protect yourself or someone else.
I don't know if that. I don't really know if I'm willing to give him the benefit of that kind of doubt. I'm just unhappy.
Well, I can turn us into wind and we can search for him.
No, this is. He could be in a lot of places, and we've already narrowed down. We've narrowed down an area, and the fangs know. I'll get word out, and we'll deal with it.
Okay.
So we know who he's doing for the second day. Anja and Throck, what are you two doing? Because Proserpina is making another potion. Who's on the hunt?
First thing I think Anja will want to do, she wants to check in with our khaki man to see on like his progress is made, if he wants to come all the way here, meet him halfway, what's going on. So she will send to our fella.
Blimey, shouldn't be more than a day out. You want to meet crikey, crikey, go on and meet me if you like.
I'm gonna tell him to be careful when he enters in town, because there's a serial killer known as the Beast lurking about.
Right, love me a good beastie. Crikey, love to give him a tussle.
He's my husband. It's like, okay, so I guess we'll see you
I'm
either.
trying to rough him up too much then.
We'll see him either. So, do you expect to be in late tonight or early tomorrow morning? He's a ranger, so I'm assuming he has long strider and like.
Right in the evening.
All right, well, I guess we'll see you this evening. And I'm gonna, just. Yeah, I gave him the Captolo bar already to meet us at, like, yeah. All right, cool, thanks.
Only an audience donation could make me do an Australian accent. It's so bad. It's so bad. I hate it so much.
We
love it so much.
We love it.
Yeah. I have to kill his NPC.
Damn it, he was gonna be my romance option.
All right. So, but what do you? Anyway, back to the question. What do you want to do until the evening here?
The Throck actually might transport via plants over to probably a waterway to kind of see where his clan is and kind of at least talk to Biggest in Water for the night. I'm guessing there's probably some sort of waterway that I've probably been through before.
Oh, I mean, you know the swamp like the back of your hand. So
Yeah. So
just
I probably
from the scry, you know exactly where they are and could teleport to them easily.
Okay.
Okay, great. So you're going to spend time with your clan.
Yeah, we don't have to role play it. I'm basically just gonna be like, we're gonna be doing this soon. Get everyone ready, and I basically ask if there's anything that they need.
So we are going to roleplay just a bit here.
Sweet.
So Beast and Water will kind of welcome you. You see a lot of your tribe seems quite happy. Swamp is very dangerous now. Does not feel like home.
No, it won't for a long time. What is it you need? We will be going to battle soon.
Battle is good. Any way to weather fire?
Yes, we have been making magic water.
Good. There are many living flames. We believe when you go to finish this job, they will converge. We shall do our best to keep them occupied, defeated.
Water is the best for fire. Spend time making buckets.
Indeed, buckets.
And fill them with water.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Having had a very in-depth lizard folk conversation, I'm assuming then that you're probably going to then just help your tribe prepare.
Yeah, for the rest of the night.
Great. So I will say, go ahead and give me. This is actually going to add your proficiency because lizard folk, as part of your thing, have like a little crafting ability built in, I believe. Carning artisan, yes. So I will say, give me a dexterity and proficiency roll to see how well you do.
Plus,
nice, not bad at all.
My 5, so it's 21.
Oh, even better. Yeah. So basically, you set up like a fire brigade essentially. To put it what it is, like a bucket chains, and in fact, what some of them do is take the like many different pelts that they've been using to sleep and basically make giant water balloons to like transport and maybe spill water out in a larger effect. As you all basically put you all have been living in the swamp for generations. You know what to do, what's useful, what's not. And while it's burnt and dying, there you are kind of at the edge that is holding out the most, and you are able to get a lot done in a little bit of time.
Cool. I'd then probably find the lizard folk, like the fighters and stuff like that, the ones that have the most combat experience, and then hand out the 13 potions and be like, when we start fighting, drink these.
Got it. That's going to give them definite advantage to keeping the whatever goes on with y'all fire elemental free. Great. Anja, did we get what you're up to for the second day?
I think she's just gonna she did a little of her shopping. She talked to her sister. I think that she's gonna go help Honghuzi. Like, she has to go help Honghuzi. Like, this is part of her responsibility, and she's an adult, and she's got to go do it. So,
all right.
I went ahead for, I spent the 2 spell slots for that sending with our boy there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
No problem. So I will say both of you make an investigation check. Honghuzi with advantage with the help of the fangs. And obviously you're helping Honghuzi, but you'll get your own check.
Right.
Double 16. Okay. All right.
All right, and from myself, my investigation. Okay, look at us.
So, with a 16 from both of you,
Mhm.
you begin searching the southern part of what was formerly the Under Quarter, Under District, I should say, and he seems to be a step ahead of you. You find a couple more crime scenes. You find a couple places where he clearly like tranced and like got ready for the next crime, but you are seems to be a step ahead of y'all today. I will say both of you can give me insight checks as well.
Gotcha. I'm also pretty good at that, I think.
Wow.
That's not it. This is it. Cool.
Nice.
Insight, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
22 my insight.
You both think that when he kind of discovered that he was being searched for, he probably fled this part of the city.
Gotcha.
And that's why you're behind. So he's probably not killing people right now, but he's finding a new center to operate out of.
I mean, it's a new day. I can go find exactly where he's at, actually. But what time of day is it after we've done our search?
I mean, I assumed you were searching the day. The day, so whenever you want to have stopped your search, really.
We have our very first meeting with the Khaki Ranger tonight. He's going to be in tonight, but if we want to take care of this today, is that something we have to do today?
Why would we let him live longer?
Okay, I'll scry.
So first thing I'm gonna do is roll a save.
Yeah, that's because he
doesn't get it.
Yeah.
But I need you to roll me a d20.
Yeah.
The higher the better here.
I'm gonna use on just dice.
Okay.
Okay. It is a 16. So it's not bad.
That's pretty good. So what I will say is you scry on the beast / butter husband. You see him. All right, this is what I will say. You didn't get high enough to see him at rest, but what you see is the old entrance to like what Malja was before the Gith, right? Because it has its own ring wall around it. You see a cart passing through the castle gate, the wall gate, I should say, not the castle. It's a whole separate ruin. Ride through, and then as it passes through and gets a little deeper into that part of the city, not near the like noble quarter. This is probably more in like the artisans quarter, where there's a lot more like shops and warehouses and industry. You see him hop out of the cart, having been hiding in like the hay, Assassin's Creed style, and start rushing, looking around for somewhere to hide.
All right. Well, he's in. Well, I know where he's at. Hunghuzi, do you want to go exactly where he's at? Yeah. Hunghuzi, do you want to go exactly where he's at right now?
Yes.
Let's go.
Just,
I'm gonna teleport to where Butter Husband's at.
Okay, roll D100.
Yep. Let's see if we end up anywhere spicy.
Did I just say where they were going, or
the artisans quarter.
Okay.
Yeah. Just So okay, there's my T100. A 54. Do we end up somewhere spicy?
No. Yeah. Because unfortunately, if you had just seen this place casually, it would be exactly on target. But you are very familiar because you grew up in Malja. So I will say you and two other members of the Fangs of Keptolo, probably, because they spread out
Yeah.
in small groups. So where exactly are you aiming?
I'm aiming for right behind him.
Okay, so like right behind where the last place he was when you scryed on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So as you all teleport in, I need you all to make perception checks because he is, he's trying to be stealthy and run.
Mhm.
Advantage for familiarity.
Yeah, I'll say both of you get advantage as both the fangs assist each of you, just to make it easier.
Nice. Perception, right?
Mhm.
Advantage, a 16.
All right. You both see him book around a corner, that and keep running. We're in a bit of a chase, so let's get some more appropriate music here. What do you all want to do here?
Okay, I have a slightly boosted movement speed from Constellation, so I am going to see if I can't just run him down.
Okay. Make an athletics check as you try and run him down.
Okay. Athletics.
As you run with your increased speed, you see he darts his eyes back at you. They narrow, and he does the classic thing of throwing some like detritus behind him, and you are slowed enough that while you are faster than him, you have to use up enough of your movement getting around that you aren't able to catch him. He's basically still a bit ahead.
Cool. So I'm also running, and I have improved speed because I'll say I'll blade sing. And as I see him, can I get within 60 feet of him?
Yes, he hasn't gotten that big a lead on you yet.
Cool. Can he make me a strength saving throw, please, as I cast telekinesis?
That is a failure.
Oh, nice. So I just like grab a hold of him.
He only rolled a 10.
Yep, and I'm just gonna move him towards us. Yeah. Are you okay?
Oh my god. You see how I'm looking like look back at you like they're like
I don't know
obviously
what to
prepared
say.
to murder. Like what?
I just want to see if he's okay. Like he like has like did I do this to you, husband? Was this my fault? Like why are you just killing people?
What's your spell save?
17.
Because I believe like every round you have to kind of reassert it,
Yeah.
and he gets another save basically.
Yeah.
And what was it again? Your spell save?
17.
He got 17 exactly.
Okay. Well, it makes him. Well, now he's in our
yeah,
range.
he's right next to y'all, but he's going to lunge at you, Anja.
Okay.
With a dagger.
All right.
What's your armor class?
I am blade singing, so let me click that, which puts me at a 19.
Okay. So he will miss, but just like lunges at you with a dagger. I
guess it's
one of your friend's daggers. And that's going to be all he can do for now.
I'm looking very sad, but it looks like this is what we'll have to do. I look over at Hung Huzi and I just shrug. He doesn't want to talk, so yeah.
Yeah, like Hong Huzi isn't looking at you, but you know the violence.
Yep, the violence is about to happen. I think Hung Huzi's before me if we're just going by the same round of stuff that we did before. So go ahead, Hung Huzi.
Yeah, right. Swinging away. 1 and 2.
Those both hit. He's not armored. He doesn't own armor.
Don't worry about the bonus damage. I don't think he's a fake changer or
monstrosity.
Yeah.
He is not, and he is dead.
That he is.
That is enough damage to kill him. So he is dead.
I'm gonna look over at the fangs and our two buds and just be like, "You can take care of this, right?"
Yes. Suppose the beast is dead.
Yep. I look over at Hung Huzi. I'm gonna go to the bar.
Yeah. I'll stay behind.
And I'm gonna tip our friend some silver. So
Much obliged.
yeah.
All right. So, as your days all come to a close, you three are in the bar, drinking away when a familiar bakakied figure
I'm the only
steps
one
into the
that's
bar.
seen him.
Huh?
I'm the
Yeah, I
only
don't
one
know
that
this
has
guy.
seen him. Yeah.
Mhm.
And as I see this fellow walk in, probably has no idea exactly who he's looking for. I'm gonna like stand up and be like, "Oh, hey, over here! You're looking for me. You're
Oh,
looking for me.
crikey! How's
Hey.
it going?
Yeah, have a seat. It's great to finally meet you. Like I've never had a pen pal before that I've met in person.
Sure.
I'm Anja,
Um,
by the way.
Pleasure.
Right? And this is Hunghunzi, and this is Proserpina, and where the fuck is Throck?
Hey, didn't you have a big gator folk?
Yes, we have a big gator folk, and he
It's
is
more like a crocodile, isn't it?
actually, yeah. Technically, Throck has met him because didn't y'all wrestle?
Wrestle. Yes.
You've actually met him. You wrestled
Right.
him once.
I know. Right.
Yeah.
Big.
I think
big one.
he's running a little bit late. But just to kind of give you the heads up.
He get pledged. He didn't start pledging him, did he? Hey,
What?
did anybody start pledging the croc?
Fledging the croc?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's what we're calling it now.
I don't think he'd ever done anything before. It was fun.
Oh man. Anybody know where he ended up, or is he gonna be like gone?
Ooh, he might just
That
be
was
hanging
yesterday,
out.
So
He might just be hanging out with his friends because he can like travel through plants. I'll go call him. I got one more phone call left on me.
all right, I can do that too.
That's right, you can. Do you mind?
Right.
I only have one of these slots left, so if you can
I meant walking through plants.
Oh, you can walk through plants. This is gonna make getting
Right.
back to the swamp so much easier.
Well,
but
I can.
okay, right.
You vote.
Well,
Not
that's
sure.
right. Okay.
Might do. I don't know you that well.
No, you don't. Not yet. And I'm going to send to Throck. Hey, Throck! Khaki Ranger's here. Gonna tell him the plan. Can ya get here anytime soon? I got 7 left. Yeah, 8 left on that.
Yes, I just need to go for a little swim, and I'll be there.
Okay, thanks. Love you. See you soon. And I'm gonna hang out. Like, that's it. It's like, he should be here soon. He just has to find a waterway to get here, apparently.
How are you getting back, bro?
Probably finding some underground, water plant or something like that, going through that and heading through a tree in Malja.
Great. All right, so Throck is back. Make a strength saving throw as you enter the bar.
Oh, God. Okay.
RKO, is it an RKO out of nowhere? Is it an RKO out of nowhere?
Yeah, there's a familiar to you streak of khaki, and you are immediately RKO'd out of nowhere by this human ranger fella. Right, what a crunch, what a big one! Oh, look at the teeth on this one. Kind of like, in a, you can tell just a little bit in a slightly more friendly way than the first time. Wrestles you until for a little bit and then lets you back up. Right. Ain't you a beaut?
Isn't he though? That's why we're gonna hook him up with that dragon.
Sure.
Throck has a hungry look in his eyes when he's looking at him right now. He did not enjoy that.
I don't think he did.
So I am going to present, first of all, kind of get us around the table, get this man whatever he wants to drink, and I'm gonna lay out the ad that I have made for with Bliss. One, the beautiful painting, and two, like a wonderful crafted personal ad.
Yep.
It's like, so we need you to deliver this to the dragon.
Right. Easy.
Okay.
Are you gonna be okay getting away from the dragon? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
And if and I'm gonna look at Throck because I left this place blank. Throck, where do you want them to come and meet you? The dragon, for your date.
Now, I hate to shoulder in here. Think it might be hard to get the dragon away from that big old tree.
Is it like a
It's a big
Why?
tree.
do you know
It's a
do you
tree.
know why? Do you know why? Dragons
Seems
don't.
quite taken.
Right, we're trying to
Trying to break it?
So that's what we're actually kind of hoping for, is that because he is connected to that tree, that the dragon is actually going to come see us.
Sure.
Right. If it doesn't happen, then we'll have to attack the dragon there. But we're kind of hoping to lure her out, away from like her possible lair. I think that's.
Did you mention that in the who's like when I actually look at the ad, because he hasn't done that before.
Oh no, the ad is just like really like
Talking up
Throck as a sensual. Nope, I'm not gonna say it.
Well, all right. I think I could make that work.
Do you want to add that on?
You like a tree, then, eh? Pointing at Throck.
That's all he says.
Right. Kind of holds out his hand for the pages.
And well, where are we going to, like, first of all, real quick, I'm gonna ask Throck, where should we convince the dragon to meet us?
By a large pool of water.
Where is that large pool of water?
Well, there's a lake, and he describes kind of a lake near the area, I guess.
Can I roll a quick history check about this lake?
Sure.
Thank you. If I can find my character sheet once again, so many windows. There we go. History. 22.
Yep. There's like a local legend about that particular lake.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know of the legend, but like it's basically it's a significant enough lake in the bunch of smaller and series of small and large lakes that make up many a swamp.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm going to request that the dragon put on there. We'll be waiting for your response at the north banks of this lake.
Okay. All right. Delivery.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You have done so much for us, and like, you have no idea. Like, is there anything that we could pay you back with? Like,
love another wrestle.
With him?
Looking at Throck.
I don't think he wants another wrestle, but have you ever wrestled a T-Rex?
Sure.
Sure. Does anybody here want to be a T-Rex getting wrestled
5
with?
hands go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick one. Like, we need to go out back so that I can.
I have the T-Rex stat block right here.
It's a CR8.
Yeah, it gets a +7 to its check.
Mm-hmm.
So here, why don't you roll for T-Rex? Give yourself a +7.
Okay, I actually have the T-Rex like available to me on here.
So go ahead and roll me a strength check for
the T-Rex.
T-Rex, yeah. Nope, it's not enough.
Yes.
This T-Rex, you all witness a T-Rex get bodied by a man dressed in khaki and just like completely manhandled, pinned, ridden, like just not even close. It feels like truly a master of his craft. And then as the spell is ending, because he takes the full hour.
Oh yeah,
uh, enjoy
absolutely.
his time.
I
And
concentrate on it.
as the final flourish, also he's spouting facts about T-Rexes as he's doing it. So you want to learn a little bit more about T-Rexes. And then as the final flourish, you see him just jump into a tree and disappear.
I'm also gonna say that I'm gonna say that Hong Kong like lost 10 gold betting on this because he did not actually think he could take a T-Rex.
You definitely lost money.
I mean, he's wrestled a red dragon. I've seen it, so.
Yeah, but Hong Kong hasn't.
Okay, well, it's gonna take us a couple of days to travel to the north end of the lake, so.
So you're gonna walk there,
or however we have to get there. Like, yeah.
Whatever.
We'll go first thing in the morning, everyone. Rest up. Get any last minute, doohickeys out of the way this evening. We took care of Butter Husband. He died. Well, he was murdering people, and we asked him, why is he doing this? And then he tried to murder me, and I was like, well, we tried. And
he wasn't talking, and
he wasn't talking.
I can't let my people go unanswered.
Yeah, so took care of him. I no longer have I'm a free woman now.
You wasted butter.
I have more Throck, it's fine. I got groceries before, for the next 2 days. I have lots of butter. Do you? I even have ghee. Have you had ghee before?
No, but we traded butter and lost butter on the Butter Husband that died without us knowing why he was doing what he was doing. Throck just seems very, very unnerved after he got wrestled. And now he's just so confused about that. He gets up and then he goes to the bar and sits on the stool, and then he just puts down his 18 gold. And he's just like, keep it coming.
They do. So you all are able to take a long rest. Oh, go ahead, please.
Yeah, something that I'll try to do at the end of the evening. Now that came to mind. We're just gonna try and get a message sent out toward the molehill, particularly. Met survivor of the Light Syndicate ambush. Introduced himself as a Nerith. He made a deal with Wolf that he was satisfied with. Maybe coming your way for revenge.
All right. So that'll get sent and delivered on its own timetable because you can't. They're not teleporting around, but that is totally good. Great. So anything else before evening rest?
Just a quick sending.
Great.
Pull out the stone. Hi, Mama. In Molja, about to fight a red dragon. Quick question. If Honguzi were still here, how much butter to buy him? Be safe.
Rob is at a loss of words.
No, yeah, the lady who reading it doesn't have a response to this. Given his recent performance, I would say I might be inclined to gift you some butter in exchange. But it is of no consequence, correct?
I don't think I could respond.
No, it's a once per day. You could respond
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say I used all my words, so yeah.
So, speaking of, you all get a long rest, get your spells, your items, all that back. Also, Anja, you also have a baker's dozen potions as a reminder.
And the spell scrolls, did I get in?
Yes.
What did I get those?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, what's the plan? Thank you.
Somebody was
That's
Autobots,
the plan.
roll out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the plan?
So I would know that on foot, it would take us like 3 days to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, on foot it's 3 days. I know. I'm assuming that Homeboy used his magic to teleport, is what I'm guessing, because he just appeared into a tree.
That'd be what he did. Yes.
Okay. Throck, can you take anybody else through the plants? Okay. How resource heavy is that for you? Because I could also get us there. But it is. But I would also like that ability to get us out, if that's if that makes any sense.
Well, I could turn everyone to wind for the day.
That's right, and we would go faster on wind. It would half the time, I think.
I'd say you'd get there in one day and wind.
Ooh.
I mean, because you're flying and you're fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because you're
as
the bird travels.
Yeah, as the crow flies really fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Basically taking a plane.
Right.
I'm gonna do that. Take off that. Don't need that. Like, this is all in character, so I just like don't need that. No.
Do we have another diamond?
Yeah.
How soon do you need it? Because I could mug a guy. I could get a guy mugged.
Well, today would be necessary. Then we could have more of that. And he stops for a second. And I guess, can crocodiles lick their lips? I'm just gonna.
Crocodilians can. There.
Yeah. Throck licks
it's fantasy. You don't have to.
Yeah. He licks his lips, and he's like, another one of those feast.
Yeah, all right. Hong Lucy took that as a suggestion, so yeah, he's gonna go try and get some of the boys together for a good old mugging, and a high value mugging since we're looking for diamonds here.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you're looking for 1,500 gold's worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say, how do I want to do this? Well, this will be like a little bitty skill challenge here. So first, let's go per either perception or investigation to find a good mark.
Sure. Investigation. Oh.
And I will say, given your background, I will give you one reroll for this little skills challenge.
Okay. I'm not going to use it now. I am happy with my team.
All right. For a brief moment, as you head towards the richer part of town, you see a very good mark, and then you say, Driana, you recognize standing out with her sword and decide to maybe rob a different house. But you see a large manor, couple like guards, but they don't look to be exceptionally like well trained or armed. They are basically like city guard level, but privatized. So nobody you and your companions couldn't handle if you needed to. So how do you want to go about getting in?
It's it's definitely a lot easier if you don't, if you at least you don't cause any trouble going in. So let's try and after the requisite casing, let's try and sneak our way in.
Okay, so give me a stealth check. It is more difficult because it is the morning, so it's not night time.
Yes, true. Might use the reroll. Let's throw it out. I'll take a 22.
All right. So with the 22, you and your commands are in. You don't know if they saw anything, but you don't hear like any alarms or any shouts from the yard. You are now inside the house. You can see generally this is a well-appointed manor. You know that obviously generally these places have some kind of vault or place for large amounts of money. They also probably have a good number of a good amount of wealth in the like master bedroom because that's where all the family jewels are probably kept, or the jewels that they'll wear and wanted to. And then there's also probably display room for the stuff that's not in the vault to be kept safe and not something they wear. So where do you want to try and go with your team?
Well, start with the master, since that is probably the least heavily guarded. And if we can get what we need from that, that's needed.
Okay, so and you're going to. How do you want to attempt to get into the master?
Let's see here. I'm gonna try to stay quiet and I assume I've got somebody in here who can pick a lock on a door
Sure,
if
of
the
course.
door's locked.
Y'all are criminals. Yes, you can pick
Yeah.
locks.
Yeah, and just do this nice and quiet, nice and easy.
Okay.
Don't make noise. Don't cause people damage.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay, let's check. I am going to use the reroll on that 13.
That seems wise.
I don't like that.
Do you have any
Let's
from our lovely audience?
I think apparently I have 2 nat 20s. I
Yeah.
would like to use one because a 10 is
A 10 would get you caught right in the main entry grand hallway. But a natural 20 gets you and your team into the master bedroom. You can hear what's assumably the couple of the house practicing piano and dancing, probably one of the other, in like a room far down the hall, far away from their master bedroom. And you can see it's been freshly cleaned, so you don't think servants are going to be coming anytime soon.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me investigation to find as much wealth as you can.
okay. Investigation. Not that cool, a natural 20 either.
You find enough wealth to cast the spell just in the master bedroom. You see that these people clearly enjoy dressing to the nines, to say the least. A lot of jewelry, a lot of really opulent, like, you see that they actually have multiple dresses with like jewels and valuable materials like sewn into them, essentially, as they seem to be. We'll just leave it at extra when it comes to their garments.
All right. That makes me much more morally satisfied. In this, I'm gonna take what I need, and obviously let my compatriots take their relevant cut. Now let's get out of here nice and quiet, preferably the way we came, since that should be nice and safe.
Give me one more stealth check. I will say with advantage, coming off some good luck.
Got it. Advantage. Only a 15.
15.
No, I'll take it.
So, my question is, would you send yourself or your companions out first?
I am almost certainly the most senior, so I'm first.
Okay. So as you climb out the window and take some steps around, one of the guards outside, having just turned a corner, will say, "Excuse me, sir, can I help you?"
Oh, Yeah, yeah, and yeah, like motion, like yeah, oh yeah, what's sorry, something something up, something wrong. I'll like start approaching him, like raise my voice a little bit so that hopefully like my compatriots can like overhear.
So I'm gonna say give me a performance check, because you're not necessarily like lying to him right now. You're trying to like be
Yeah,
like,
just
oh, there's nothing wrong. So give
yeah,
me a performance check.
hustling with a little time
Mhm.
performance. Pretend I didn't
Yeah, so
pretend I remember to
19,
not roll.
19
Yeah,
is
yeah.
still pretty good. Yeah, you see like kind of creases. Are you? I just don't recognize you, and I didn't remember hearing about any visitors today.
Yeah, that's pretty under pretty understandable. Like it's yeah, it's the kind of thing you know, guys like me. We're a fantastic time if you're ever into that sort of thing. But
Go ahead and roll
kind
a
of,
perception check, please.
and I'm also gonna be like flashing like a little bit of gold, like basically like,
Okay,
are you willing to? So yeah,
with advantage then.
mhm. Advantage, deception.
Natural 20.
Okay. Yeah.
You see he kind of blushes a little. Oh, do you have and kind of like, can we maybe talk a little somewhere more private?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's challenge it. And for uh, you know,
Like in
let's
theory,
yeah.
if someone was interested in someone such as yourself, what kind of a rate might.
Uh, I have to say I have to head out soon. So if I won't be able to help you out, but and yeah, I'll guide him off
Yeah.
talking through like it's absolutely what you can find what this gentle guard is looking for.
Yep. He seems very upset, or a little crestfallen that you are not available for something today. But yes, you are with a natural 20 able to guide this guard away, and assumably your crew gets out no problem.
Mhm.
And so are you.
But I assume that definitely did end up taking some time.
Yeah. So that's probably the better part of them, like the morning. That's like the morning, right? Because you have to case the joint and then do all the stealthing and looting. So first of all, Proserpina, if you would like, you can make another alchemy check to try and make more fire resist potion. You obviously need to do better than last time to actually make one in half a day, but
Yeah, I know.
no worries.
Let's see how this goes. Let's
I
see how
believe in
this
you.
goes. I'm glad somebody does. Nope.
Oh, well, that's a natural 3. So you start one, but no dice for now. And then Anjathrak, do you want to do anything for the morning here while Hungzi burglarizes some folk?
So Throck, so out of character, did Throck give his potions to his group?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I still have 13 on me.
Correct.
Did they need any more?
They could always use more, yes.
Because I was certainly thinking keeping 4 for ourselves and then giving the others like when we get there to your group. How does that sound?
Mm. Yes, that's good.
Okay. You'll owe me one though because I spent, I'll be a little behind on the mortgage, but I think I'll survive.
Mm.
Like
I will
every
repay you.
like every landlord, I will have chores I'll need done soon. Like every landlord, I charge more than what my mortgage is so that I have a little to save, and so that's why I was able to get all of this for us. But yeah, okay, cool. So so how far away were they from the north end of this lake? Do you know, Throck?
Mm.
Couple hours.
Couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours.
So I'm definitely thinking that we should cloud our way there to where they're at so we can give them their potions, tell them what the plan is, like.
And then you could cloud to the lake. So.
Yeah, and then we can make it to the lake on foot, and that way we have time to make a plan and scout out the area and things like that.
Okay. So, yes.
Oh yeah. So at some point, I'm gonna arrive back with the hall.
Yes. I will say, you all probably want to wait on the Heroes Feast because of the delay you'll get at the swamp tomorrow morning, essentially. So you are able to cloud yourselves over, give your tribe the fire resist potions, and inform them on the plan as it exists so far. And then it sounded as though and then I'm guessing you all probably are long resting, because it's now been a full day.
Yeah, and frankly, might as well be rested up.
Yep. And then as you wake up, I'm guessing, I don't want to put words in y'all's mouth, so if y'all want to do more, let me know. But I'm assuming then Heroes Feast is being cast, so that for the next 24 hours you have the benefits. And in fact, a couple of your tribe, like Basis and Water, are also going to be able to partake because I believe 10 people can eat it. So why not? Go ahead and roll me 2d10, Throck, and that'll get added to everyone's hit points for the day.
Awesome.
All right. So all of your hit points maximums increase by 13 for the day. And again, another absolutely magnificent feast spreads itself before you. Great. So do you all want to, I will say that it's probably, so now catch you up real quick, Andra.
Mm-hmm.
You got there, gave the potions, caught them up, rested, Heroes Feasted.
Cool. Awesome. In Heroes Feast, in Heroes Feast does what? Gives us 10 HP?
So advantage on wisdom saves, can't be frightened or poisoned, and you have 13 extra hit points to your maximum.
Cool.
Yep, for the day.
Nice.
Yes. So as well, now how do you want to get to the north bank of the lake?
Well,
you could just walk there. It would take a couple hours, but
yeah, I think a couple hours of walking is probably, so that way, like, we can scout as we're going to see if there's any signs of the dragons there. This is just my opinion. If nobody agrees, it's perfectly fine. And if we're coming from one end, like, we can see if she's there. Just the general scoutness. Yeah.
That seems eminently prudent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
to be thorough. Okay, we will take this track.
Then give me a group stealth check, please.
Mm-hmm. Group stealth. So we're all just gonna.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Proserpina. Okay.
Right, Throck.
I'm glad that. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a perception that you're doing?
No. So that's a 22 stealth, natural 20 from Throck. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you all are kind of bumbling around. Anja's doing pretty good, but I don't think the other two have really been in a swamp before. And Throck, I feel like you've taught like young hunters before a lot, and it's like instantly like right back into it, like teaching them how to like not make giant splashing noises every time they step anywhere, and how to not break every branch, as you avoid any more elemental attention. And you make it to the north bank of this river. Looking around, it looks undisturbed so far, since you all set this up so that you all would be here before the dragon. So what kind of setup or investigation do you all want to do?
Well, we said that Throck was going to be waiting here for the dragons, so we should. Well, can I make a check?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a nature check. to see what the favorite smell of a red dragon is.
Sure. Go ahead, nature check.
Cool. I like it. Nature. 16.
Can depend, but I would say if you could.
Like it's mating musk scent.
Well, you don't think you have access to that, unless you could find another red dragon
I
who's
took
like
biology courses.
for sure. But in terms of what you might have access to,
yeah, of course.
if you could have some like maybe fresh meat, kind of like nice and raw and bloody, out in the open, that kind of aroma, especially given the fact that this is a lizard folk turned into a dragon,
That's
would
right.
probably be pretty enticing. I mean, it'd be enticing for Throck as well. So like, probably the dragon would also be into it.
Well, I was just gonna do prestidigitation on Throck to make him waft of this, like to make him smell the best that he could smell for his date.
Gotcha. Okay, sure. As Throck, you now kind of give off the scent of like a fresh kind of kill. You can probably feel yourself like salivating a bit.
Did anybody make a flower crown for him? Like, do we need to pose him in a certain way? Like, what's
Throck is starting to ritually cast water walk.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I've never had sex with a dragon. I don't know.
You're pretty sure you never had sex with a dragon.
Pretty sure.
You know they can true polymorph. Like you could have, and Halia could be a dragon for all we know. Oh shit. That was a genuine oh shit from me.
Like how does he like kind of like looks over across her finger and then looks back at Archer and he just like looks away. Like,
so
that was genuine on all accounts.
I love it. So I guess my question is, what is it that the dragon will see flying into the North Bank?
I think we would like to hide, like in the bush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like our thing. We would like to do some hiding.
How far away?
Tree line. For me personally, I don't want to be more than 90 feet away from Throck. So I'm gonna tell Throck don't go too far out into the water, because just in case I gotta get you out.
Okay. Are you two gonna stick with that as well, 90 feet away, or?
Yeah, but Honkuzi is going to. He's got this ring, so he's gonna twist it, and between move earth and mold earth, I'm gonna try and basically just build like a trench that is not obvious from the air, but is like at least provides enough vision for a dragon to be spotted.
Yeah. So what I will say, given that distance, is go ahead, all of you make stealth with advantage, and I'll make perception with disadvantage. But then, Throck, if you could describe what the dragon sees.
Okay, so Throck is sitting close to the edge of the water, about 10 feet away, looking very nervous, kind of looking up at the sky, kind of twiddling his fingers with each other. Yeah, and a look of, I guess, very uncertainty and fear of death. Yes, that is how he looks right now.
As you see the trees kind of like shake and hear the sound of massive beating wings, sound you've heard multiple times before, as approaching, you see Bloodtail. Not the size of an ancient red dragon, a adult size red dragon, though. Give a T-Rex wings and change the proportions a bit, and you're starting to get in the right area. Maybe a little larger, as this dragon's been around quite a long time. Massive maw of fangs. You can already feel kind of the heat. You can, like, behind it, it leaves kind of a small wake of that shimmering air effect, like a mirage, as it glides through the air. And as it kind of lands to the ground, where its massive claws, its hands, its claws, easily able to completely enclose you within it. You can see the, like, what's left of the grass around the lake kind of singe up from its mere presence. And then kind of like stares at you, intrigued but confused, and rumbling deep from it. No, that's not his voice. Hold on. I was under the impression this would be more private.
Oh, shit.
Kind of looks back towards the direction that you know your friends are hiding.
Didn't have a choice.
Can we hear him? Can we hear him?
Yes. Yes.
His
voice shakes the ground a little bit, not much, but like a little bit.
What?
Like you can like feel it, like when you're next to like a base.
I'm gonna try just like at a conversational volume. I was gonna try to say, like, we were a little bit worried.
I don't believe this is your place. You three.
He's gonna like just kind of like motion with his head like everybody else. Like, are we? leaving?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're
How far
gonna.
away do you go?
I'll make it to the 120-foot mark before I stop.
Look at that. He's gonna like pause, but like his intent is to keep walking until they're out of, at least until they're far enough away that they can't hear what Brock is saying.
I'll go about 250 feet.
Sounds good. Let me roll. I'll roll for Bloodtail. Little further, half-elf.
Okay, sorry. I'll go and join Proserpina.
Yeah.
At the 250 mark. Sorry, it's still dimension door range.
Yeah. You see, this dragon looks at you, and then you see takes a step forward, and in a way that is like about to squish you, like, but not like fast as like an attack, but just is doing that. How do you want to react?
Brock stands his ground as he's immune to fear right now.
Agreed. But instead of stepping on you, you see the dragon's form shrink ever so slightly until a lizard folk stands before you. Another crocodilian, standing decent, like a decent bit taller than you, with darker, kind of like yellowish green, like kind of a more silty pattern to the scales, but with a strange reddish discoloration on the tail, stands before you.
I've seen you in my dreams.
I've seen you in my dreams.
Why?
seen you. Maybe it's because of who made us.
Tell me more of this.
Cerberus, the gatekeeper.
Yes,
You know of her.
she did our people a great service. We owe her much, but she stands in my way now.
The hunger. The
Yes.
revenge.
You understand the hunger.
I do.
In my dreams, you feel it too.
If anyone is watching, you all see Throck go pretty primal when he says that. Just like this look of like blank stare and ambition of just this more hunger than you've ever seen in his eyes. He's like, yes, I've felt it. It's more than I've ever felt.
I've been full many times, but that does not make the hunger go away.
Maybe there's another way.
What way? This
can-
hunger, I think it is a curse, like my form.
Yes, and what is done to you is unforgivable.
Yes, so vengeance should be had.
Yes,
Yes,
but we owe our master.
your master.
What if I could get you through without breaking the barrier?
Yes, yes.
If you give me a day, I can prepare it.
This figure walks up closer to you. Despite no longer being a dragon, you can feel the heat still coming off of them. He looks down at you, studying you hungrily.
Another day.
Yes.
Why do you need so much time? What are you doing? Small one.
Need to grasp nature itself. There is something that I've felt that I could do. I've seen others do before. Nature is showing me that there is a path that I can take. Magic that will bring us there.
You are an odd one.
But you've been attacking it.
Yes.
With barely any really real progress. I've felt it. It is strong. It is annoying.
Yes.
So I can bring you. I can stop it. But we just have to wait one day.
And if your plan doesn't work, what then?
I'm sure you'll do when you have done before and devour us all.
Those others I would devour easily. You. I find not wanting to snuff out one who understands. If you were to fail, would you help me? You understand. I do not think it will take for a very long span. We were not meant to roam this long, hunger this long. We are not elves.
Yes, our cycle is much shorter.
Yes.
And I understand. And I want to help you end the hunger.
Yes. Every year I simply grow larger, hungrier.
Yes. I am torn. I want to help you. But I do not want to betray my master. It is not in my nature to betray the ones that have helped me.
It's good to know the lessons are still being taught.
Yes. Yes.
It pains me to have moved our people.
Yes.
But I knew they would not help. They couldn't. It's not our charge.
But I can help. And I will help.
Yes.
We will end the hunger.
Yes.
One way or another. He says in Draconic.
Yes. Nature speaks to you.
Yes.
Does it say things often?
From time to time, I feel it. Yes. It drives me forward.
I feel my hunger twists to nature. The ponds, the spawning pools have turned from water to flame. I believe I could help you reach this nature, this new force.
Yes, we can do it together.
Where?
We will meet here again. Tomorrow, as the sun rises.
Not now.
No, not now.
Just like waiting.
Yes, but think about the time ahead that we won't spend, the days of crashing into the barrier, the days of the hunger continuing.
Yes.
One more And that's it.
One more. And then it is over one way or another.
Yes.
Grasps your hand. You feel the hunger, this force, this driving curse or strength coursing between the two of you as you grasp his hand.
He like pulls in, like you can grasp it even harder.
Does the same.
No, I would not devour you. Tomorrow, as the sun rises,
We go, and we end the hunger.
You see, releases the grasp, gives you a very short, small nod. And you see, turns around, takes a few steps, bends down, and leaps into the air. As they do, they turn from the lizard folk form back to the massive dragon. Make a strength save to avoid being blown away as they Bloodtail flies back. You are blown back by the force of them leaving. And you are left. You have a day.
Yeah, I assume we can see the dragon leave even from where we're at. So
Yeah.
gonna book it to where Throck is to make sure he's okay.
Not harmed, just knocked back.
Throck! How'd it go? What happened? What did you say to the dragon? You're alive! He didn't eat you!
No, he was going to eat all of you. I promised him tomorrow we will go into hell and we will deliver him to Tiamat.
Is that a lie?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
okay.
How do we plan on doing that, Throck?
Oh, this will be awkward.
I will bring you and everyone by pushing through the planes themselves.
Okay.
And we will kill Tiamat.
Yep.
Or you're just bringing your dragon friend there to attempt to kill Tiamat, and we can let them do that. Like, we don't actually have to be participating in that, right?
Did you promise that we were going to kill, that we were all going to kill Tiamat? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Oh no, Throck! Can I insight that? Is that what Throck said? Or is that what, like, Throck is just saying yes because he doesn't exactly know how to answer?
Make an insight check.
Okay, cool.
How does he just not want to believe that he has been committed?
Seems to be Throck's interpretation of what Throck said.
Okay, it is.
Pretend I didn't.
Okay, Throck, yeah.
I mean, Honghuzi, contracts generally have loopholes. You don't think it was explicitly said that you three would assist, but you think it was explicitly said that Throck will assist.
Okay.
He kind of holds up a hand like for Alejandro a little bit, he kind of like speaks like he's not speaking aloud, but like Anja can tell when he's like saying in Elvish,
Or
like
undercommon,
with his
yeah.
yeah with his mouth. Oh, he only absolutely committed himself. So
So we play along, and I can get us out of there with my magic, hopefully. Like,
What are you
just
saying?
we're talking about sexual intercourse, and I'm going to
Throck doesn't believe that. After literally just saying that and everyone getting very intense, he does not believe that. Hmm.
we're just sorry that we actually switched to our native tongue when we speak in
what
plants.
you you did not exactly definitely promise everybody
What we're
because
yeah, we're just saying, Throck. We're just
I
trying to.
said
We're just
one way or the other,
ah
we're going to end the hunger.
ah. So we're just trying to get a dragon. You know who you should talk to maybe help out with this? Your patron.
patron. What would a druid know about this?
Wait, what? What?
I thought that Throck and Alja have had this
Mm-hmm.
conversation because I
She,
recognize more like
yes.
yeah.
No, like yeah, as I've noted,
Yeah, but
Anguzi has
you have
never.
not. Like yeah.
Mm, she will not like what I am doing. For the
That,
most part.
that seems on
Maybe.
brand for a druid.
But is the problem the dragon getting into hell or just his method? Because if we can get him in without him breaking in,
It is the
then
method.
yeah, so she might actually not. She might be okay. So I definitely recommend you talk to her. Yeah, you should talk to her.
Do we want to? Do we want to be present for this? Because I, the thought comes to mind that perhaps a dragon is not going to.
Well,
Maybe
we're
the
immune from
maybe
fear, so we just assume. Like,
maybe because it's the dragon, we have to help now. Because if we don't, maybe he. I
we'll
don't.
cross that bridge when it comes. You should talk to your patron, Throb.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, love. Don't mind for listening.
Mm-hmm.
Got You like making big promises.
Yes. I
I mean, I'm
guess.
not complaining too much. That's why we're working so well together.
I thought this would please you to stop him from breaking the barrier.
Well, considering I don't like prospect of losing my job, yeah. Bringing you all through, that's big ask, but I think I might be able to make something work. Is this really the way you want to go, love?
I feel for him. I understand his hunger. And I need to do whatever I can to stop it.
Figured to say something like that. She's no joke, you know. It's not going to be, well, she made him, so, you know.
The last god I met was also scary.
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, saying what I can with you, but getting you through is already a bit an overstep. I'm gonna have to do a little creative explaining with the boss, but make it work for you.
Thank you.
Gotta give if you take, right? So is in this pot of my giving.
She says it's okay.
Well, good to know.
Great. And we're gonna end there. I don't even need a cliffhanger cutaway this week. That's just where we're gonna end this episode of Revenge of the Gith. As the party gets ready to descend and face Tiamat in hell. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all coming in, watching. Let's do some outros here.
Hi everyone.
As I pull up the Tiamat stat block, which I'm very excited to get to know.
There is one. There is one.
Oh,
it's
it's very bad for y'all.
Yeah, there's a legal one. Anja just plans. We're gonna talk about that later. Thank you everyone for coming and showing up. Thank you for I got some subs today, or did I just gifted a shove to Nora. Thank you, Weave the Tail, for the raids, Abby Seaworth for the follows. Amazing. Always appreciated of all of y'all. Part of that Weave the Tail family. With that, we have 2 shows left going on the week. Excuse me, I'm starting to get thirsty here. My food is hopefully landing here in a second, so I'll grab it when I'm done. So tomorrow night we have the same time slot at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, is our Expanse RPG actual play. Our Friday game is on hiatus for the finale until our player can return home, because we're going to wait for him, so it might be in 2 weeks. And on Saturday we have Dragon Age at 1:30 p.m. If you're interested in applying for games on the channel, I did just wrap up for the current thing, the Forge of the Dark game, but very soon I will have an application for Crolius with Red Mage Ray running that, and we're going to be doing that on Fridays, probably in the morning, and my Animorphs, my Morphs in the Dark game, which will be on my normal Wednesday time in the summer. So yeah, those things are happening, so join the Discord. And everyone else, where can we find you on the internet? What are you doing in the next 7 days? All that good stuff.
Well, all righty then. Yeah, I'm Obadiah. If you want to find me out there on the World Wide Web, you can probably look on Twitter, where I am at Johnson Dyson, and there is a vague but distinct possibility that you might catch me one fine day on twitch.tv/Shinobi playing some video games. But sad to say, it won't be this Friday, but a Friday, hopefully sometime soon. Look around 1 p.m. on this here channel, twitch.tv/Valdrianth, for the finale of Shades of Tartars.
That's me next. All right.
Yeah.
Most place you can find me on the internet is Twitter. All my social media is Robin_Shadle. But tomorrow night I will be on Gruber McEvil's channel on Twitch, DMing our D&D campaign, Scales of Eternity. Other than that, I will be hawking my book, Liam's Doom, over the internet, with a few announcements coming on my website, hopefully this weekend, as I hear back from other people.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Montana. You can find me at MontanaWhat on Instagram and at MontanaWhat2 on Twitter. You can find me next week here, but in May 9th, we'll do my monthly They Could Be Heroes, a 5e Twitch stream where we just kind of make puns pretty much the whole time. It's a punful time. That was horrible. I'm sorry. They're much better than that.
Having a wonderful time.
That's it.
Awesome.
Oh,
Hello.
you can find me at Neoswife. Sorry.
Yes. Amazing. Awesome. And hello, I'm Robbie Rowling. You can find me as such on my Twitch and Twitter. And yes, my Twitch is finally back up and running. You can find me tomorrow doing some streaming on the Robbie Rowling channel. Catch me that afternoon. I'll be playing some Dawn of War 2 with a good friend of mine who's just starting up streaming, a Weebab streamer. So go show both of us some love tomorrow. As well, tomorrow is Dreams of Silver and Stone, our Aether and Steamworks show over on RF Chaos, good friends of the channel with Lot Even Star. Also, you can catch me when I'm not playing Dawn of War with friends. Apparently, I'm a mini painter now, so catch me painting minis on stream, having a really good time and chatting with y'all. And of course, an exciting last thing is on the Real Women of Gaming channel. I will be in a consent in gaming panel this Sunday at 2 p.m. EST. So go check out Real Women of Gaming, and I'll be doing a little panel about consent in gaming. These folks know how much I care about it, and it's big, important, very good stuff.
Very much so. All right, and with that, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and raid Fae, Fiends, and Friends. They're playing what's called the Sellsword Saga. I'm not sure which game it is, but they're playing some TTRPG, so we're gonna say hello to them. So everybody wave bye. We love you. See you.
Bye.